Hello students of class 11th, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So, but not only fine, I hope you are fit and fine. Okay. So, dear students, let us continue with chapter 6, the Brownian version, written by Terence Rattigan in your main reader, Hornbill. Dear students, as of now, we have seen that this chapter is a very beautiful play. It expresses very beautifully the relation of a teacher and a student. How a student makes different perceptions for different teachers. Okay, so in the beginning of the play, we have seen that how conversation goes on between Taplow and Frank. Okay, and they were talking about another teacher, Mr. Crocker Harris. So Taplow has been called by Mr. Crocker Harris as a punishment for extra work. Then he comes across Frank, and Frank starts talking to her. Frank asks, talking to him, not her, sorry, talking to him. Frank asks him about Crocker Harris. Then he says that Crocker Harris is a very strict teacher. He is not like other teachers. So also the next day his result would be announced. So then when Frank asks him if he knows whether he would get remove means here students required percentage to pass the class, to pass the grade, to get promoted to the next class. Okay, so he said do you know whether you would get your remove or not? He said, no, I am not sure about that, because Mr. Harris, Crocker Harris, he is not like other teachers. Other teachers, before the day of the result, they would announce the result, but Mr. Crocker Harris, he is not this kind of teacher who announces the result before the day which has been decided for the result. So Frank said, yes, I also know there is a criteria that result should be announced at the last day of the term, but there is no rule, but no one follows it. So Taplow says, yes, Mr. Crocker Harris, he follows. None other than him follows this rule. Okay. So thus conversation goes on between Taplow and Frank about Crocker Harris. So when Crocker Harris asks him whether he knows he is going to be promoted to next grade or not, so he said, I am not sure about it. And also he shares exact statement given by Mr. Crocker Harris in the class. Taplow says, one day I asked Mr. Crocker Harris whether I would be promoted to next grade or not, or what I have scored, what is my marks. So in this way, so Crocker Harris replied that, dear Taplow, you need not worry about it. I have given you what you deserve, neither less nor more. So it seems very funny for Mr. Frank. And then what happened the next? So let's go through the lines and come to know. So I hope you all have taken out your book and now ready to begin. So dear students, okay, Hornbill. So page number 52. Page number yes. Okay, student. I hope you all must have opened your book at page number 52. Once again, Taplow, imitating in a very gentle, rather throaty voice, my dear Taplow, I have given you exactly what you deserve. No less and certainly no more. So this was the statement of Mr. Crocker Harris when Taplow asked him about his result. So imitating him, copying his teacher, so he gave the same statement here. Do you know, sir, I think he may have marked me down rather than up for taking extra work. So he further tells Frank that he must have given me less marks instead of giving me more marks for extra work. He must have given me less marks for the same. I mean, the man is hardly human. So he said, I think Mr. Crocker Harris, the man is hardly human. He breaks off quickly. So at this point, he breaks off quickly. He stops. He improves his words because he had gone too far. Sorry, sir, have I gone too far? He said. Sorry, sir, have I gone too far? Have I said something which I was not supposed to say? Frank, yes, much too far. Frank said, yes, you really spoke. You have gone too far. Taplow, sorry, sir, I got carried away. So he said, sorry, sir, I got carried away means to become very excited. So I had become very excited. So that is why I said so. Frank, evidently, he picks up a newspaper and opens it. Taplow, then Frank, he picks up a newspaper and open the newspaper. And they said, Taplow, then Taplow, yes, sir. Frank, what was that Crocker Harris said to you? So once again, actually he enjoyed the statement, the way Taplow represented the statement said by Mr. Crocker Harris. So it was almost same. So that is why he said, Taplow, what did he say to you? So this way, how did Frank ask him once again? So Taplow, what was that Crocker Harris said to you? Just repeat it, would you? So once again, Frank wanted Taplow to repeat the statement. Taplow, imitating again copying Mr. Crocker Harris, he said, my dear Taplow, I have given you exactly what you deserve. No less and certainly no more. So once again, by copying Mr. Crocker Harris, he repeated the statement. Frank, looking severe, now looking strict, not in the least like him. So he said, not in the least like him, not a less like him. Read your nice Aeschylus and be quiet. He said, now read your nice Aeschylus and be quiet, indicating towards the book. So having title Aeschylus, and he said, then be quiet. Taplow with dislike, Aeschylus. So with a dislike he said Aeschylus, as he did not like that book. Frank, look, what time did Mr. Crocker Harris tell you to be here? So further, Frank asked Taplow, what time Mr. Crocker Harris told you to be here? Taplow, 6:30, sir. He said, he told me to be here at 6:30. Frank, well, he's 10 minutes late. So he said, then he is 10 minutes late. Why don't you cut? So why don't you go from here? So cut means here stop doing something. So you should stop waiting and should go away from here. So why shouldn't you go away from here? You could still play golf before lock up. He said, before the stadium would lock up, the school ground would lock up, you can still play golf before the club locks up. Okay. Taplow, really sure? Oh no, I couldn't cut. He said it shows, how he was afraid of Mr. Crocker Harris. So it's a fear of Mr. Crocker Harris. He said, oh no, I couldn't cut. So I couldn't go this way. Cut the ever been done in whole time he has been here. Cut the crock, Mr. Crocker Harris. He said, cut the crock, Mr. Crocker Harris. I shouldn't think it's ever been done in the whole time he has been here. He said, I don't think it is going to happen ever if till he is here. So no one dares to do. God knows what would happen if I did. He said, God knows what would happen if I cut, if I go away. He would probably follow me home or something. He said, probably, most probably, Mr. Crocker Harris, he would follow me home or something else he would do, which would be very terrible. So, it is not possible to go away, to cut from Mr. Crocker Harris. So it is not possible. Frank, I must admit, I envy him with the effect he seems to have on you boys in the form. So he said, I have a jealousy with him. I do not agree. Okay? I do not agree with him. I admit that I jealousy him. I had a jealousy with him. The effect he seems to have on you boys in the form. So the way he made an effect on you boys, so I don't like it. You all seem scared to death of him. So you all students scared to death of him. You all scared to him, very much scared of him very much. What does he do? Beat you all or something? He said, what does Mr. Crocker Harris do? So why why you all scared of this way, scared of him this way? So do he beat you all or something else? So what do you do? Why you all scared of Mr. Crocker Harris? Does he give any hard punishment? So what is the reason? He asked Taplow. Taplow, good Lord, no. He is not a sadist. He said, no sir, it is not like that. Mr. Crocker Harris is not a sadist. A person who enjoys by giving others pain. Sadist is a person who derives pleasure, who enjoys by giving someone pain, who derives pleasure on giving someone pain. Okay, by giving someone pain or humiliating others. So he he takes pleasure. He feels pleasure if he or she humiliates anyone. Such type of person is called sadist. So he said, Taplow said, he is not a sadist, sir. So he is not like he is not a person who enjoys giving someone pain, who enjoys giving someone pain like one or two of the others. So he said, like one of two teachers, but he is not like one of two teachers. Frank, I beg your pardon. So Frank said, okay, sorry for that. Taplow, a sadist, sir, is someone who gets pleasure out of giving pain. So Taplow tells Frank said, I could not understand. Could you please tell me what does sadist mean? So he said, a sadist, sir, a person is someone who gets pleasure out of giving pain. Frank, indeed. But I think you went on to say that some other masters. So he said, I think you would also added statement that some other masters are sadists. So who are they? So he was very much excited to know who are the other teachers about whom Taplow was talking. Who are the sadists according to Taplow in the school? Taplow, well, of course they are, sir. He said, well, yes, some of them are. I won't mention names. He said, I won't mention their names who are sadists. But you know them as well as I do. He said, but sir, you also know them very well as I do. You also know them. Of course, I know most of masters think we boys don't understand a thing. He said, of course, most of the teachers, they think that we boys, we do not understand anything. But sir, you are different. He said, but sir, you are different from other teachers. You are young, well, comparatively anyway. He said, in comparison to other teachers, you are young. And you are science, and above than all, you are a science teacher. You must know what sadism it. So you must be knowing what sadism is. Frank, after a pause, good Lord, what are our schools coming to? He said, good Lord, where are the children of the schools are going? What they are thinking about teachers? Where our school is going to? Taplow, anyway, the Croc isn't a sadist. So Taplow, instead of calling Mr. Crocker Harris, he said, anyway, the Croc isn't a sadist. That's what I am saying. He wouldn't be so frightening if he were, because at least it would show he had some feelings. He said, he is not very frightening. He is not sadist. It shows that sadist. It shows that he has some feelings. But he isn't. He is all shriveled up. Sorry, beta. Once again, look at this line. He said, he is not a sadist. It doesn't mean he has some feeling. So he said that if I say he is not sadist, it doesn't mean he has no fear. He has some feelings. If I am calling him he is not a sadist, if I calling him not a sadist, so it doesn't mean he has some feelings. Okay, so he is all shriveled up. He has no feelings at all. Shriveled up means having no feelings. A person having no feelings. Inside like a nut, and he seems to hate people to like him. And he, likes to hate the person who likes him, who, admires him. It's funny that I don't know any other master who doesn't like being liked. He said, sir, it's very funny because I don't know any teacher who doesn't like being liked or being loved, being praised, being admired. I don't know any other teacher like him who don't like being liked, who don't like being praised. So he is the only teacher in the school who does not like being liked. So now turn to page number 54. Let us continue. Frank, and I don't know any boy who doesn't use that for his own purposes. So Frank said, I don't know any boy who doesn't use that for his own purposes. He also said, I also don't know any boy who doesn't use that for his own purposes. So Taplow said, well, it's natural, sir, but not with Croc. He said, it's natural, every boy wants to, utilize the flattering for his purpose. Okay, but it is not with the Croc. Once again he said Croc. Frank, Mr. Crocker Harris, Frank told him that you should say Mr. Crocker Harris, not Croc. Taplow, Mr. Crocker Harris. The funny thing is that in spite of everything, I rather like him. He said, funny thing is that in spite of all these things, I like Mr. Crocker Harris. Even though I like him, I can't help it, and I can't stop myself loving him, liking him. And sometimes I think he sees it, and that seems to shrivel him up even more. So, sir, I know sometimes he also realizes it, he also knows it, even though that is why he shows no feelings towards me, because earlier Taplow makes it clear that Mr. Crocker Harris doesn't like to be admired, doesn't like to be liked. Okay, so that is why Taplow said, I like him, and perhaps he knows it, so that is why he does not like me. Frank, I am sure now you are exaggerating. So I am sure now you are expressing something as being worse than really it is. Exaggerating means, say something, that is, I don't know a proper word for it. Exaggerating, if I use Hindi for it, किसी चीज़ को बढ़ा चढ़ा कर कहना. So that is exaggerating. So I am not finding any proper suitable word in English for it. You can look into your dictionary for it. So okay, you can search in your dictionary for it. Okay, exaggerating. So that is किसी चीज़ को बढ़ा चढ़ा कर कहना. So now you are exaggerating the things. It is not really. So you are not expressing. Expressing is as being worse, but in reality it is not. Okay, it is not as worse as you are presenting. Frank said. Taplow, no sir, I am not. Form the other day, he made one of his classical jokes. He said, no sir, I am not like that, I am not exaggerating. It's only what happened one day, he made a joke in the class, a classical joke. Classical jokes. He of course, nobody laughed because nobody understood it, myself included. He said he made one of his classical jokes and nobody in class would laugh because nobody could understand the joke, even me. Still I knew he would mean it as funny, so I laughed. He said, still, I understood that he wanted to make the class laugh. So I guessed that he must have made a joke. So that is why, without knowing the meaning of that joke, I started laughing. I laughed on his joke. Now I can't remember what the joke was, but perhaps I make it. And now you laugh, sir. He said, I do not remember what the joke was, but suppose, I made the joke, now you laugh, sir. So it was such type of joke on which no one can laugh, he said. Okay, he said, I cannot remember what the joke was, but suppose I make it, now you laugh, sir. Okay, Frank laughs. Taplow, in a gentle, throaty voice, "Tableau, you laughed at my little joke." Now again, imitating Mr. Crocker Harris, Tableau said, now Crocker Harris said, "Tableau, you laughed at my little joke. I noticed. I must confess that I am pleased at the advance your Latin has made, since you so readily have understood what the rest of them did not." So Crocker Harris said, "Tableau, I think now you have improved your Latin. You can understand Latin well because you understood what the other students could not understand. Perhaps now you would be good enough to explain to them so that they too can share your pleasure." So he said, "Tableau, so you can share that joke to rest of the students also, so that they can also join your laugh. They can also join you in laughing. They can also share your pleasure." Now students, the door upright is pushed open and Millie Crocker Harris enters. Now Millie Crocker Harris, she is the wife of Mr. Crocker Harris. Now she enters. She is a thin woman in her late 30s. So Millie Crocker Harris, she is a thin woman in her late 30s, rather more smartly dressed than the general run of schoolmasters' wives. So she had put on smartly than other school wives. She is wearing a cape and carries a shopping basket. She closes the door and then stands by the screen watching Tableau and Frank. So she stands by the window and she watches at them. It is a few seconds before they notice her, and now they have just Tableau and as well as Frank, they have just noticed Mrs. Millie Crocker Harris. They have just noticed her. So I think it's too much for today's video. You must have enjoyed the way the conversation goes on between a student and a teacher. How Crocker Harris, about Crocker Harris, Tableau talks, how he informs his another teacher Frank about Mr. Crocker Harris, the way he talks, the way he behaves, and he also gives some instances. So how when he asked about his remove, so he was informed that he was informed by Mr. Crocker Harris that he had got what he deserved, neither less nor more. So the way he responded, imitating his voice, Tableau responded Frank. Okay. So dear students, this shows how a student thinks about his teachers. Students, they like some teachers, they may not like some teachers, but all the teachers like all the students, and they always work for the betterment of the students. A teacher never discriminate among students, but there are plenty of examples, there are ample of examples in which a student differentiate amongst the teacher. So it's a play. So it's my advice to you all, don't copy Tableau. Each and every teachers are equally important. They are working day and night for you. Even during this pandemic, each and every teacher is after you. They are supporting you. They are providing you online classes. They are uploading their videos on YouTube, and they are helping you by many ways. So you must be also realizing, students, so respect your teachers. This is the big thing which a teacher wants. Okay, so this is all about today's video. In my next video, and I hope you must have enjoyed the play, and definitely you will enjoy the next class. So thank you, students, for watching this video.